What's up, guys? Uh, I know we were supposed to do yesterday. Let me share this real quick. The weather is better, still windy and rainy, but all good here. Let me share this real quick. Obviously, the Braves haven't really done too much at all except the Rule 5 ads today. What's up, Charles? Hold on. Obviously, there's been a lot of news across baseball with I'm sad to lose a favorite, but that contract is ridiculous, way too long. In my opinion, great for Max and great for his agents, but there's no way that's a positive contract. At the end of the day, 218 million. That's insane. And let's be honest, outside of Max's performance in Game 6, he struggled in the playoffs, ERA-wise, but I love it for him, his family, and the security of it all. But that contract's insane. All of these contracts are insane. Obviously, it would be more exciting if the Braves have done something by now, but all of these contracts are bonkers. So I'm not really surprised. I mean, Soto, 15 years, $765 million, and all the incentives comes to $801 million, which Soto's going to be a DH in a couple of years. Yes, Soto's going to make a difference, but a huge difference, don't get me wrong. But that's just, I can't even mentally fathom how that's a successful contract in any sense of the word. Yeah, I'm sad about Max and no Charlie Morton as of now. I mean, obviously, it feels like we're going to do something. And obviously, we added a couple of people in the Rule 5 today from the Marlins and Guardians. A right-handed pitcher, Pilar. He had 71 strikeouts and just 13 walks across 3 levels of the Marlins minor league system, and has the strikeout ball is a big thing in his game. It's a little surprising because the Braves haven't selected in the Rule 5 draft. And do I think let me finish the Rule 5 draft thought, and then I'll we haven't selected in the Rule 5 draft since 2017. We usually pass, but we also got a shortstop, Cairo, from the Cleveland Guardians. I believe that's how you say it. 241. Hang on, Joseph. We'll get there. Hold on 1 second. Obviously, that's not baseball or Braves related, but obviously we'll get there. He can play the infield and outfield, 26 stolen bases. Could be a Luke Williams type. If we don't decide to trade them, even though we'll see there. So it's a little interesting, but I think Pilar is a very intriguing piece for the bullpen, especially with his strikeout ability. I will do a video on it later just to hammer out the details and the specifics. Do I think we'll trade for another starting pitcher? I would think we need to, or be creative in some way. Yeah, I think I agree. We need some upgrades. We need some fun. But a lot of these contracts, Max Fried's contract, Nathan Eovaldi's maybe the only one that you could see because we were linked to him. But 3 years, 75 for 33-year-old, that's a little steep. But I mean, I would have been happy with any of these as well. Any signing you have is going to tailor some risk to it. Garrett Crochet, the White Sox did a nice job with that return. So did Boston. They kind of got left behind on Soto and Fried, and being able to pull this one off is nice, but I also like the return from the White Sox perspective. The Braves definitely need to upgrade. It's not going to happen. It's the Golden Bat Rule is being discussed. It's not going to happen right now. I think it's dumb. But Joseph, I'll get to Bill Belichick. I think it's wild. I think it's going to be fun to watch. The UNC is definitely going for it. I didn't think it made sense in any sense of the word. But hey, I'm here for it. I'm excited to watch it. 3 years, $30 million, I think it was, in his contract. So the Golden Bat Rule is you get to pick whoever you want to bat in the biggest of situations, no matter where you are in the lineup and no matter what inning it is. So it's basically a cheat code. Yeah, there needs to be a Savannah Bananas rule. I don't like it at all. But, you know, who knows? Rob Manfred likes to do crazy, clowny things. Hang on 1 second, guys. My brother's calling. What's up?
What do you think about Fried?
$218 million is fucking insane.
It's a lot.
8 years is insane. He's not.
What?
I mean, he's great, and I'm happy for Max, but I think that's gonna bite them in 2 or 3 years.
But let's think about it, though. I don't know if it will bite them. I think it's going to bite them through the whole thing. But let's think about it. How much older is Chris Sale than Max Fried?
Chris Sale's 36.
How old's Max Fried?
31.
So there's 5 of the years right there. So say that just happens, right? Say they get lightning in a bottle and they get Chris Sale, who is the Cy Young winner this year at 36. Say they get that. Here's where I think they don't get that. Yankee Stadium,
gross.
Very different. Very different pitching than that guy.
Gross. It's gross.
It's gross. So he's going to give up some home runs that he wouldn't normally give up.
Nope.
If he was still in Atlanta. So I was okay with it.
I'm glad.
Hey man, get your money.
I was completely happy for Max, no doubt. But I was like, wow,
that's a lot.
Yes, it was. I thought he would get more than Carlos Rodon at 162, but
I didn't think he would get that. I didn't think he'd get that many years.
No, that many years is ridiculous.
A lot.
It's
for a starting pitcher.
It's plus. Let's be honest. Outside of Game 6 for Max in 2021, his playoff record isn't necessarily lovely.
Well, I mean, just take. Let's go back here and let's say we look at this thing even further back. If Soroka doesn't get hurt, we pay Soroka more money than Fried. Soroka was nasty. Soroka was the ace.
Yeah.
So they're going to pay Soroka, who is mediocre at best, right? I mean, I think you agree with that. He's mediocre.
Yeah, well, Soroka's been long gone, but yes.
Well, he's not long gone. He's still starting games.
No, not for us. I mean, he's long gone in our plans.
No. What I'm saying is, if he doesn't tear his Achilles
twice, yeah, got it. Yeah.
Then we're looking at the Yankees are looking at paying Soroka.
Yeah.
Who's not great. He's nothing special. And he's one of those ones that as age gets to him, it'll really get to him.
Yeah. Just so you know, I'm on a live right now, and this conversation is going live, so I hope you're good with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It doesn't matter. No, I just wanted to see where your head was on Fried and what you think we're going to do here in the next.
I have no idea what we're gonna because I thought we were gonna get Nathan Eovaldi or something to that effect, and he just got traded to Boston.
I saw that. I thought we were going to get him earlier, though.
And that was
get him for a little cheaper.
And that was a heck of a package from the White Sox perspective too. Also, I think that's a really good deal for both sides, and typically you don't get that.
I like Crochet. I like how he sets up. I like everything about him.
Yeah.
He just has this little.
His
arm angle. Look at his arm angle against Billy Wagner's.
Yeah.
It looks the same. He's just 6'4", and he's just coming at you arms and elbows.
And I honestly have no earthly idea what the Braves are going to do because the free agent prices for all these guys is absolutely insane. If Max Fried got $218 million, how much money is Corbin Burns going to get? 300?
No, he won't get 300. It'll be over 200 though. It'll be over 218.
250?
Probably 250. 70. They may do, and it may be 218, and maybe 200, and it may be 6 years. It may just
the only free agent contract that I balk at to say that the Braves could have maybe done it in the way that we operate is like the Tyler O'Neill contract.
Yeah.
$349.5 for Baltimore. I could have seen that, and I could have also seen the Nathan Eovaldi, even though Nathan Eovaldi is 25 for 3 years, $375, and he's 33. I could have.
Where did he end up?
Texas. Back. Yeah.
He went back to Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the only guy we were really linked to.
I think Texas is a decent ballpark to pitch at too.
Yeah.
So he may be looking at the latter part of his career and saying, "Hey,
yeah,
I'll have a couple of years here.
I don't There was another weird trade last night that I don't understand from either side. I never understand what the Marlins do, but they traded Jake Berger to Texas.
I saw that.
Where does Jake Berger fit in Texas?
It's just another bat, I think.
But
I think that's all you can do.
but you have Adolis Garcia in the outfield already. You have Josh Young in third, and then Nathaniel Lowe at first. Does that? I mean, I don't know.
Where's your DH? What's the DH over there?
It could be Adolis Garcia, but I guess I guess they could do that DH. That makes a little more sense now that I think about it. But it's still awkward.
I mean, they're going to move on, but they're going to move on from somebody. So somebody in the next 2 years is in a shitty contract, and they're going to move on from them. So they got him, they locked him in, and they're going to move on from that person. They may move on this year. So we'll add the Braves will start. They'll add a starter.
Yeah, maybe Charlie Morton.
I like Charlie Morton. He just gives up home runs at the rear end,
and he's 41 years old. I was kind of hoping.
Hell, I'm 38.
I know. I was kind of hoping we'd do something different. Does Walker Buehler do anything for you?
I love Walker Buehler. Love him, but he just can't stay healthy.
We've been linked to him.
I like it.
Or Jack Flaherty. Does that do anything for you?
I like him too. He throws fucking gas.
Okay. Well, those are a couple of the names, and we did get a couple of Rule 5 guys right now, or today in the Rule 5 draft. One of them is a right-handed pitcher, Pilar or whatever.
Yeah.
From the Marlins. He had 75 strikeouts to 13 walks last year. So that could be a sneaky piece in the bullpen. And then we got a young shortstop from the Guardians.
Okay.
He could be like a Luke Williams type. He can play the infield and the outfield. So maybe a utility. 26 stolen bases. I don't know. Pretty average bat, but better.
I think we got to look at this thing at pitching, and you got to say, all right, we lost Fried. So call him ace, call him second, call him third, whatever you want to call him. It doesn't matter. He didn't start as the ace. Strider's the ace. So we'll say Strider comes back healthy next year as the ace.
In May.
We'll say Chris Sale. We're just going to say this. Chris Sale comes in as the number 2. Lefty, off of Cy Young, 18-3, unbelievable year. Okay, we got that. Say we have Charlie Morton. Got him. So we're going to say we have 3 of the 5.
You're forgetting about Spencer Schwellenbach.
I'm not forgetting about him. I'm just saying what we have right now that's gonna.
Well, Charlie Morton's not official, so that's why I'm saying you can't say that.
I'm throwing him in there as we haven't lost him yet.
Okay.
But we have lost Fried.
Yeah.
So what do we have? What do we have to have as starters? And that number is what, 7 or 8? What's the number? It's got to be 7.
7,
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
7, push it to 8, and you don't have a lot of depth if you think about it.
So we're going to play some games during the year. Call it 15 or 20, where we throw the kitchen sink at it, and it's just every reliever we have is going to throw 1.2 innings. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's okay. Every team does it. It's all right. Keeps teams off balance, and you're going to win 50% of those games.
Fair.
That's fine.
Even though we suck at bullpen games.
That's okay. I mean, more often than not, you think you can keep in 50% of those games. You're going to keep some of them off balance, and you're going to win some of them, which is fine.
Yeah.
Who are those other 2? There's the one question, and then what are we adding for a backup catcher
You're not going to get one, I don't think. You're going to go with Drake Baldwin or Chadwick Trump. Jake Baldwin is our primary top prospect. I think he needs a shot. In my opinion, I don't know if this is what we'll do, but Chadwick Trump has also been our backup at points as well. But I
think you got to put him. You got to put him with a pitcher. Just put him with one pitcher and say, all right, this is your guy.
Well,
and we got Sean Murphy for the rest of them.
Sean Murphy is the personal catcher for Chris Sale, and he's probably going to catch 130 based on the reports that I've heard. So you don't need a lot.
No, I just that's what I'm saying. So that math adds up.
But
if you get this guy, blank, whoever he is, Cassidy McMahon, is the catcher for Schwellenbach. All right, every time he starts, you catch.
I wish.
So that gives Murphy his rest, however much rest, 25 to 30 games a year. That gives him his rest. And if Murphy goes down for an oblique or any of the other bullshit that we had this year, oblique, wrist, ankle, if it was a bone or a tendon or something that could be pulled, we all pulled it. So that gets him enough. Say he does it 50 games in. At least we're. Oh,
I agree. I
10, 12 starts under his belt.
Oh, I totally agree. I don't know, because the backup catcher market all of a sudden is like 8.5 per 1 year, and we didn't sign Travis d'Arnaud to an $8 million contract. So I'm just thinking we might go internal options.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's the likely scenario as we sit here on whatever day today is, December 11th. Yeah, that's the likely scenario for the catching position in my mind currently.
Yeah, that's fine. We're going to have to add something else. Oh.
I really want us to make some sort of splash like Anthony Santander. I know we're not going to, but that would be freaking awesome.
Somebody just hits bombs.
I mean, he's solid everywhere else too. In left field, he can play right field. He can play all that for when because Ronald's going to be out for the first month rehabbing anyway. So it would be nice. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Some splashy something like that. But I think
you got to look at when Ronald comes back. We're too healthy somewhere, so we're gonna have to dump somebody. Who's that somebody? That somebody's Marcell Ozuna, probably.
No, because he's the permanent DH.
He's the permanent DH, but is he better than Santander? He was last year, but is he next year? So I think you have to pick between those two.
But but I'm saying, have you seen Marcell Ozuna lately? He looks skinny as a rail now. I don't know what. So he may be thinking, I got to play some right field.
Defense. Huh? Play some defense.
Yeah. So maybe he's thinking, I got to play some defense, so now I got to get all slim again. So maybe that's a thing. I don't know.
We got to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, right now we've made 0 moves except the Rule 5 draft moves that I've talked about. I think we have to get creative and find another Ronaldo Lopez type
that'd be good one.
That you turn was a reliever but wants to try starting or something, because we're good at flipping people like that.
I saw somebody. Let me see.
Because
the Diamondbacks, we're also good at taking people that have had shitty luck over a little bit, and then them coming in. Take Jesse Chavez, for example. He can't pitch for anybody but us.
Exactly. I don't know about AJ Minter. He's still on the free agent market. And Joe Jimenez being out for the season with a knee surgery, that hurts the bullpen. So there's a lot of questions more than answers. That's for sure.
If nobody picks up AJ Minter, I think that's insane. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, Oh, I agree. I'd love to have him back, but I don't know if he's going to be recovered from his hip surgery right away. We already have a lot of injuries that don't work that we're going into 2025 with. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what Alex Anthopoulos has up his sleeve.
Doesn't matter. We like to see it. We like to wait for it.
Yeah.
We like to judge it one way or the other.
Yeah. Especially, I'm just glad Garrett Crochet didn't go to the Phillies. That was reported. Yeah.
Oh, where's that's why I called. Other than Max Fried, where's are they going to re-sign Pete Alonso?
The Mets? Yeah. I haven't heard anything on that front, actually.
I've heard everything 50-50.
Yeah.
Keeping him, getting rid of him, keeping him.
Soto getting $801 million is out of the realm of insanity.
Yeah, that's the Mets for you. They're probably still, I think they're still paying Bobby Bonilla.
They are.
From 1984.
How do you judge that kind of contract? And how is it a success?
One World Series.
Really? I would have thought you would add 2 or 3 for $801 million.
All right. Well, let's think about this. When's the last time the Mets won the World Series?
86?
86.
Is that right?
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Too long for me to count. Too much mathing.
So, I mean, you're looking at it. We're about to go in 2025. Yeah. 10, 20, 30.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at years.
Any good pitchers on the trade market right now? I've heard Camilo Duvall, the Giants closer, but he might walk too many guys for Alex Anthopoulos' liking. But starting pitchers, I heard Mitch Keller from the Pirates maybe was on the block, which is weird because they just signed him to an extension, and Garrett Jones. But no, maybe Clark Schmidt or Luis Gil from the Yankees now that they have Max Fried. I would love Clark Schmidt.
I think the Yankees unload Stroman.
I hate Stroman. I can't stand that man.
I like Stroman.
I can't stand him. I'm live right now, so I can't really say what I want to say, but he's a
dick.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that word. Thank you for that word. So and for all my listeners out here, just so you know, this is like the most uncensored Cassmac chat we've ever had. So I apologize if any of this offends anyone, but this is how my brother and I talk. So
here's why I like Stroman. I like Stroman as a competitor. I like Stroman as a guy that wants to win.
I don't mind that, but he doesn't feel like a good clubhouse fit to me.
That's because he's been in bad clubhouses. Our clubhouse is a good clubhouse. Real good. And that our clubhouse can fix his shortcomings in that side of things. Because if you watch the Yankees, they don't have fun. They don't do anything. They shave their face to the right thing, and it's not fun. It's like it doesn't work for everybody. And if he comes to ours, we have hats, we have umbrellas. I mean, there's stuff going on that's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of veteran leadership with Ozuna, Sale.
Yeah, that man.
Olsen.
Ozzy.
Ozzy. Yeah. Riley.
Yeah.
That group of people that will just, I mean, hey, this is how you operated like this over there, and you kind of take some personality out of Strowman, even though it has flashes, right? You see it has flashes, he gets mad.
Yeah.
But you bring him over here, and he's like, this is how we operate.
Yeah.
And if you get Strider, Sale, Morton, and you get those guys working with Strowman, if he's working, I don't know. Wellenbach. I mean, if you get them those guys that have been there and done it and been through the system, hey, here's how we operate. We get here at 6 in the morning, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And this is the standard that we hold. He'll just jump on board, I would assume.
Yeah.
Where was he at? Toronto?
Yeah.
Loser. New York has never won.
Yeah. I don't think the rumor about AJ Smith-Shawver to the Astros is true for Alex Bregman, because Alex Bregman is currently a free agent. So I don't think that rumor is true at all. Just answering that question. I
didn't hear Tucker's going.
Tucker is possibly going, but that package, ew. I would love Kyle Tucker, but oh my God, we'd have to give up our entire farm system that's not even that deep right now. Good Lord.
No.
No.
We want Kyle Tucker to go to an American League mid.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
End up at the Tigers, something like that.
No. The Tigers are up and coming.
They're up and coming. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they're still mid. We're not going to see them.
Well, go to the Angels then.
I don't know how much you want with the Angels. I'm scared of Ron Washington. I am scared.
No, I'm just saying the Angels just take all the Braves cast-offs.
What? Welcome to Buffalo.
Yeah.
The Commanders. Anybody else you want to name? The Giants for the Panthers.
The Giants.
The Panthers have been good in the past, but guess who has them all now?
Yeah.
Those 3 teams. So it's not going to be any different with the Angels. Not going to be.
Yeah.
Ron and EY have worked with every one of them.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just calling the Angels not ready to be a super, super contender yet.
I think you want a hot take?
Go ahead.
Angels move away from Mike Trout this year.
How?
They have to.
I mean, okay, I can agree to that, but how?
They're going to be a 500 club in July, and Seattle and everybody else around them except the A's is getting better. So they're going to have to do something, and they're going to have to rebuild that out. They're going to have to rebuild, and they can't spend that much money on Mike Trout, who can't stay healthy. But they'll move away from him this year.
Well, okay. That'd be an interesting trade package.
I don't know where it would go. Probably Yankees or Dodgers if I was a betting man. Then it'll get super healthy and it just bombs. But
probably, just because that's just how. There's been 4-year deals on the table recently for Pete Alonso, and I think that's ridiculous. He'll probably get 6 somewhere.
6 or 7. So between 5 and 7, he'll get.
Yeah.
Even though he's a nut job.
Yeah, he's a wacko.
He's a wacko.
But yeah, I mean, obviously everybody's been freaking out for the Braves because we haven't actually made a significant move yet. But a lot of these contracts make me so.
Well, if everybody's freaking out about it, just tell them to go back to last year, the year before, and every other year. We don't make significant moves. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
We don't make them. Our GM's good. He's got it figured out. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but it feels like he does. So he's not going to make a big move, but he's going to make a move that's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the Chris Sale move. You remember our conversation we had last year?
Yep.
About Chris Sale. I was fired up. I was ready.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
I didn't know how it was going to work. But it did. Jared Kelnick's still up in the air.
I think we got to have that outfield depth. That's my opinion.
No, I agree that Kelnick will still be around. I just need him to take a big step forward.
Yeah, but where does he take the step forward?
I'm just saying,
an upgrade there.
As currently constructed, Jared Kelnick is the starting left fielder.
No doubt.
And there needs to be
one of those moves you just talked about just a little bit ago in the outfield works out, then he's still going to be the guy.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody's freaking out about us not making moves, but I'm not.
Okay.
Not until the season starts. It's only December, so I would like us to make a splashy move. That would be fun. But
it would be fun. We'll make some sort of move.
Yeah.
It'll be quiet.
It'll be something out of nowhere. What if we traded for a Trevor? I don't want us to do this, but Trevor Story.
Story.
I think that's
maybe.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I think Trevor Bauer comes back into the league.
Let's not go that conversation. He's just as much of a nut job as any of them. I'm good.
He is a nut job, but I do think he comes back in the league.
I don't think the Braves touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I don't think so either, but I think he does come back in the league. And in that little Mexican league he's playing in, he's throwing 96, 98. I think somebody's going to pick him up at some point.
Yeah.
Not us, but I do think. But what that does do is that'll open up somebody. Somebody's going to lose a roster spot. And the Braves are really, really good in pitching.
Yeah.
To where they take somebody that's in a bad way. Had a couple bad years, had a little injury.
The one thing I do worry about with the Braves is the pitching depth. AJ Smith-Shawver, I'm still high on. Ian Anderson, I'll give another chance. But Bryce Elder, I don't know if I can do that again.
Ian Anderson is.
I'll give another chance to Ian Anderson. I'm not saying that I'm totally sold, but people come back after Tommy John surgery, and it's much better.
He better either throw gas or have a changeup as good as Hoffman's, because he lived on the changeup the whole time. He was a splash. He was awesome. This is great. But they figured him out.
Yeah. But so if as currently constructed, one of those three guys that I mentioned are probably going to be a part of the rotation, and that kind of scares me.
Jordan Montgomery is a name that I've heard quite a bit.
I like him, but he doesn't throw hard enough for me to be like, And we would have to eat half of that contract.
That's just one that I've heard slipped around there.
Yeah. I've heard it too, and that one doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies, but we've done it.
The only reason it gives me the warm and fuzzy, but remember, you didn't have the warm and fuzzy with Chris Sale either. That's the only reason it gives me the warm and fuzzies.
Yeah, but okay, Chris Sale had the pedigree more than Jordan Montgomery.
He's older.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Diamondbacks are trying to desperately get out of his contract, so we wouldn't have to eat too much of that.
Yeah, they're just trying to move on.
Yeah.
That
So
might be one.
that's possible. I'm trying to think of a weird outside of the box. Dylan Cease. The Padres have talked about getting rid of him for some reason.
Because they're Padres going to have to rebuild. They're destroying their conference.
No, they have a lot of weird contracts too. A lot of deep contracts.
Where'd Blake Snell go?
Dodgers 5,182. I think.
Yeah, so. I mean, they're going to have to unload. They're going to have to unload, and the Padres, the Giants, they're going to have to unload and just wait this Dodgers debt train out.
Yeah.
They have to.
What about, does Teoscar Hernandez do anything for you?
I like Teoscar.
I think he strikes out too much, but I guess everybody does, so.
He's built like a tank, though.
Yeah, that was a good one, Joseph. Teoscar Hernandez would be nice. I don't see it. I think he'll go to like the Red Sox or something, but.
All right, Cass, I'm going to have to cut you loose. I got to do this business plan before I go to bed.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, I had a blast. It was fun.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I didn't know how to pull that one off, but that's kind of how my sports conversations with my brothers go. I hope, obviously Charles didn't enjoy it, but I think it's an interesting way to do things and have fun, and that was fun. So maybe I'll have him on one Tuesday or something when I get closer to the season. But I think Teoscar Hernandez could be a fit. It's interesting when you look at our roster right now because the two Rule 5 draft guys that we signed, and 2 minor league Rule 5 draft guys, and there's 7 guys without minor league options on our current roster, so it feels like there's still going to be a lot of moving pieces, for sure, in that sense. And like I said, it's only December 11th, and there's a lot of things that could happen. I think there's still some interesting trades. Ha-Seong Kim is still out there as a free agent, which is a little surprising, honestly. Happy birthday to your brother, Joseph. Ha-Seong Kim is still out there. Everybody's been high on him, depending on if he has shoulder issues. And just nothing. But obviously, and I think the Jimenez trade by the Guardians was kind of shrewd and a type of move that the Braves kind of make in the unexpected variety. And I think Luis Ortiz was a really good get for the Guardians rotation, how good they are in developing pitching and all of that jazz. But there's been a lot of moves and a lot of fun different things that have come across, and I think that it obviously sets up odd for, the Braves. Obviously, things are a lot of fluid situations, and we all want a legitimate blue box. thing to talk about, and but will we? I don't know. Eventually, yeah, because the Chris Sale trade came down in December. Yeah, I don't know. And bonus pool money, I think I read. So maybe the Red Sox are setting up for one. They were talking about one of the Mariners pitchers earlier, Luis Castillo, maybe. So they're trying to go for it as well. The AL East seems like it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be really fun to watch. I think the Braves are still in a solid position. Obviously, ads need to happen. And I don't know where they're going to come from, but there's still free agents out there, and a lot of them. Jack Flaherty, like I said, Jack Flaherty, Walker Buehler, maybe some guy we're not even talking about. That's typically how Alex Anthopoulos works. So again, I know today's thing was a little different, talking with my brother, but it helped formulate the topics, and we kind of bounced around all over the place, and in a great way. So hope you guys enjoy it. It helped content wise as well. But Bill Belichick is officially the Char Hills coach. It's kind of insane to me, but awesome. And I really excited to see how it works out. And gosh, I love college football, and I think it's going to be very interesting how was it 5 years? I thought it was only 3, but good for him. But him getting full control of a college program, whereas I think the NFL was done giving him that much control. So, but also the Red Sox did trade Kyle Teal today, so getting another catcher for depth purposes there helps that as well. But we'll see how the minor league Rule 5 draft picks play out. We haven't done it in so long that it's a little surprising, but they obviously see something they like, or trying to facilitate some more minor league depth so that we can trade for something significant as well. It's kind of really hard to tell. It was a minor league deal. Connor Capel, we signed to a minor league deal today as well. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised, but nobody picked up the Avilas. That could be a idea as well. Thank you. Not really sure though. Like I said, I'm not really good at judging the Rule 5 draft stuff because we haven't done it in so long. But there's always a method to every madness that Alex Anthopoulos does. So we will see if it means anything whatsoever. I don't know. But I mean, if you look at it, you still got Matt Olson, you still got Sean Murphy, you still got Ronald, you still got Michael Harris, you still got Spencer Schwellenbach. You got really good pieces in the bullpen still. It's just there's more questions than answered in every area of our club right now. And if you want to go younger, you give AJ Smith-Shawver a legitimate shot at the rotation. I could see that. Like there's bulk of possibilities, and we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to freak out about it. Like you said, Joseph, it's only December 11th, so we'll just save my complete freak out if I need to when spring training starts. But again, I think Alex Anthopoulos still has something still has something up his sleeve. There's obviously a lot in moves and news. Not a lot from I thought we might be on the Jordan Romano train, but he signed 1 year, 8.5 with the Phillies. I thought maybe Carlos Estevez could be a option. So I don't know. I think there's, again, I say it a lot, and I've said it this entire offseason, there's a lot more questions than answers, but there's always battles when you go into spring training, but I think there'll be more answers. More answers than questions, hopefully, because we still do have an elite core. Obviously, Spencer Strider and Ronald's injuries throw a wrench into that for sure. But I think the Raiders are still in a good spot. We're not the flashy hand out insane contracts type, and I think that it's just the reality of how we do things. And it may be frustrating, I get it, but also a lot of these contracts, some of them you see a lot of buyer's remorse, especially the longer starting pitching contracts. Nationals are interested in Gleyber Torres, apparently. I mean, so there's a lot of rumors still going around, and we'll see how things go. But I think the NL East and AL East are going to be bloodbaths and very, very competitive baseball. And every club does things in different ways given their situation, and throwing money at it works a lot of the time for like the Dodgers and Mets because they can do that. but being creative is also fun. So I will give everybody, the Braves, credit for that. And let's not forget Alex Anthopoulos went for a lot of splashy big moves in Toronto, and it kind of backfired a little bit with the Noah Syndergaard deal. The David Price deal kind of backfired, so you kind of learn from those mistakes and the realities of those, and how they can shape your franchise not only currently but way down the road. So that's a difficult balance, and I'm glad that I don't have to deal with it, even though I'd love some splashy moves to talk about. Makes content easier and more fun, obviously. But I think there's realities of creating great baseball teams and great clubhouse cultures and different things of that nature that really you just kind of have to embrace it. I mean, the Chris Sale and Jerry Kelnick moves. Jerry Kelnick still has the potential to be really good. And Chris Sale came out of nowhere and became the Cy Young winner for Vaughn Grisham. So I don't. People freaking out and saying Alex Anthopoulos is a bad GM. I don't. He's not. He's one of the best GMs, and we continually get praised for what we do. It just might not be fun, splashy, amazing. Would you like to see him take a little bit more risk one way or the other? Well, I mean, he kind of did in terms of last year with taking on all the dead money for the Jared Kelnick and the Jared Kelnick deal and the contract and all the moving pieces with that one. So I think the idea that Alex Anthopoulos is a bad GM is far from the truth, and I'm really and until February, March, we're not gonna really know the pieces and how the puzzle fits together, because right now you got 2 open rotation spots. Say Charlie Morton comes back with 2 open rotation spots. You'd like to upgrade maybe shortstop, and you'd like to upgrade left field and the depth. So, and I think we did that with the Rule 5 pick of the young shortstop. So we'll see. I think we're all just, what have you done for me lately? And it's not been flashy, splashy, or any of that. So everybody's freaking out and thinking that we're not going to be competitive, X, Y, Z. And that's far from the reality. And once again, talk to me in November, December. February, March. And let's not forget the mixing and matching, moving and grooving that Alex Anthopoulos had to do because of all the injuries last year. It's not. He knows. He knows what he's doing. So. And money is a factor because we just don't have a lot of it. But in terms of like the Dodgers and all of that stuff, and the Willie Adames contract, good for Willie, but that's a lot of money. I would totally prefer a House on Kim, or maybe a Sasaki we've been sort of connected to him, so I think there's a lot of stones that we've turned. Plus, we don't know who we've offered and if we offered anybody anything, and I think that's important to realize. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little different Cassmac chat live. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday and see if we have any more news or big things to talk about. And of course, you can see all the news on my YouTube channel and all of that stuff. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, helps it a lot. Thanks, guys. As always, go Braves, champions forever. Go Panthers, go Hurricanes, go Hornets, go all my lovely teams, and go Braves as always. Thanks, guys.